Each of us carries within ourselves a unique blueprint, a design as individual as a fingerprint. This distinct purpose is the reason you are here, and it is woven into the very fabric of your being. You are not here by accident, and the dreams, desires, and abilities you possess aren't mere coincidences. They are deliberate, purposeful, and essential. Imagine the precision and intricacy that went into your creation. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, did not simply place you here at random. Instead, it endowed you with qualities, aspirations, and a distinct identity that no one else possesses in the same way. These qualities are gifts that call to be developed, used, and celebrated. So often people fall into a trap of comparing themselves to others, measuring their worth against external benchmarks, or assessing their lives based on societal expectations. Yet, the reality is that no one else is equipped to fulfill your purpose. You were not designed to walk someone else's path or to live according to someone else's script. When you let go of comparison and start to see your life as uniquely yours, only then can you begin to uncover the extraordinary potential that resides within you. You'll start to see that those aspects of yourself that you once dismissed or thought unworthy of attention are actually integral pieces of your unique puzzle. That passion you have, the skills you naturally gravitate toward, even the things that you might consider weaknesses, they all serve a purpose in your design. When you accept this truth, you no longer need to seek validation externally. You start to realize that everything you need to fulfill your purpose is already within you, waiting to be acknowledged and activated. This design also means that you possess strengths and capacities that are meant to impact the world in ways that only you can. Your purpose is not confined to a job title, a career, or a particular role. It extends far beyond the surface level labels that society often tries to impose on us. It is a calling, a guiding force that runs deep within your soul, pushing you toward experiences, people, and opportunities that align with your true self. Your purpose is what keeps you restless when you feel unfulfilled, urging you to seek something greater, something meaningful. When you start to walk in alignment with this purpose, life begins to flow differently. Challenges become stepping stones, and success becomes a natural outcome of being true to your design. But to fulfill this purpose, it is essential to cultivate awareness. Awareness of your inner desires, your strengths, and the areas where you are naturally drawn. Sometimes life can pull us in different directions, leading us away from our true path. We may find ourselves pursuing goals that were never really ours or chasing dreams that belong to others. But when you pause, quiet the noise, and tune into the core of who you are, you begin to understand that you are uniquely equipped to contribute something meaningful to the world. This awareness transforms everything. It shifts your priorities, refines your choices, and fuels a sense of clarity that empowers you to walk with confidence, knowing that you are in alignment with your higher purpose. Part of recognizing your unique design means understanding that your journey is not meant to mirror anyone else's. The struggles you face, the triumphs you celebrate, and the lessons you learn are all specifically tailored to you. They are experiences meant to shape you, to refine your character, and to prepare you for the fulfillment of your purpose. Even moments of failure or disappointment play a role in this grand design, offering you wisdom and strength that cannot be gained any other way. Embracing these experiences as part of your path allows you to see them not as setbacks, but as essential components of your growth and development. When you embrace your purpose, you begin to see the world through a new lens. Opportunities that once seemed irrelevant take on new meaning, and relationships that once felt shallow become avenues for deeper connection. You start to attract experiences that resonate with your true self, drawing you closer to the people, places, and situations that align with who you are meant to be. This alignment does not happen by chance. It is the result of living in accordance with the unique design that was woven into you from the beginning. It is as though the universe itself begins to conspire in your favor, guiding you, opening doors, and providing you with the resources you need to move forward. There is a profound sense of peace that comes from living in harmony with your purpose. You no longer feel the need to chase after validation or approval because you understand that your worth is inherent, built into your very existence. You stop questioning your place in the world, and instead, you start to contribute meaningfully to it. Each of us possesses a wellspring of potential lying dormant within an untapped reserve of power and ability that we often overlook or underestimate. This potential is not something rare, nor is it only for the fortunate few. It resides within everyone, waiting to be discovered and activated. It is the inner resource that can transform an ordinary life into one of fulfillment, influence, and accomplishment. Yet this potential can remain concealed, unrecognized, even by ourselves, if we do not learn to see it and nurture it. Many people go through life believing that their capabilities are fixed, that they are only capable of what they have already achieved. This limiting belief becomes a self-imposed barrier, holding them back from pursuing dreams that could elevate their lives to new levels. Imagine for a moment that your potential is like a dormant seed, planted deep within the soil of your mind and heart. Left unattended, this seed will remain as it is, never sprouting, never growing, never coming into full bloom. However, when you begin to nourish it with belief, commitment, and effort, it begins to awaken, to break through, and to reveal itself in ways you may never have thought possible. The key to unleashing this potential lies in recognizing that it is there in the first place. Often we fail to see it because of self-doubt or because we have internalized the limitations that others have placed upon us. But the truth is, every challenge, every setback, and every experience in your life is a part of nurturing this potential, shaping it, and making it ready to come forth. The path to realizing your potential requires a fundamental shift in mindset. Instead of viewing yourself as someone with fixed abilities, see yourself as a dynamic, evolving being capable of continuous growth. This mindset of growth and expansion opens doors that a fixed mindset keeps firmly shut. When you view challenges as opportunities for growth rather than as obstacles, you begin to stretch yourself beyond what you previously thought possible. You start to realize that even your perceived weaknesses can become strengths, that they are simply areas where you have not yet invested the time or energy to cultivate skill and understanding. This perspective changes everything, as it liberates you from the need to fit into a predefined mold and empowers you to shape your own path. This untapped potential is often hidden beneath layers of fear, insecurity, and self-doubt. Many of us carry around invisible chains that keep us from stepping fully into our potential. Perhaps we've experienced failure in the past, and that memory lingers, casting a shadow over our confidence. Or maybe we've been told by others that we aren't capable of achieving greatness, and we've accepted this as truth. But these limitations are illusions, not realities. They are simply mental constructs that lose their power the moment we choose to confront them and redefine our beliefs about what we are capable of. To awaken your potential, you must be willing to confront these fears and to replace them with beliefs that empower rather than restrict. It is also essential to understand that your potential is unique to you. It is not meant to look like anyone else's, and it doesn't need to. Each person's path is different, and the abilities that lie within you are tailor-made for your own journey. There is no benefit in comparing yourself to others or trying to replicate their path. Instead, focus on discovering the unique strengths and talents that are within you and then honing them. This journey of self-discovery may not be easy. It often requires stepping out of your comfort zone, trying new things, and challenging yourself to go beyond your perceived limits. Yet, it is within this discomfort that growth happens, and it is through these experiences that your potential begins to reveal itself in all its richness. The realization of potential also requires dedication and persistence. Merely recognizing that you have potential is not enough. You must be willing to put in the work to develop it. This journey involves discipline, practice, and often moments of struggle. But it is through this dedication that your potential begins to transform into real skills, achievements, and outcomes. It is in the daily practice, the small steps, and the continual effort that true growth happens. Each time you challenge yourself, each time you refuse to give up, you are adding another layer to your abilities, strengthening your skills, and solidifying your resilience. Imagine your potential as a vast, expansive landscape that you have yet to explore. Each new endeavor, each risk you take is like stepping onto new ground, discovering new facets of yourself that you never knew existed. The more you explore, the more you realize just how vast this potential really is. You begin to see that the only limits to your potential are the ones you set for yourself. As you explore, you become more confident, more capable, and more in tune with who you truly are. This exploration is a lifelong journey, one that continually unfolds as you seek to uncover the depths of your abilities and realize that there is always more within you to discover. Your potential is a powerful force, one that has the capacity to reshape your life and the lives of those around you. But to activate this force, you must be willing to invest in yourself. This investment is not only in terms of time and effort, but also in terms of belief. You must believe that you are worthy of achieving great things, that you are capable of more than you have been told or led to believe. This belief becomes the fuel that drives you forward, that keeps you pushing through even when challenges arise. And as you continue to move forward, you'll find that your potential, once hidden and dormant, becomes an active, vibrant part of your daily life, guiding you toward your highest possibilities. The past holds a powerful grip on many, often shaping their perceptions of themselves and the world around them. We tend to carry with us memories of mistakes, failures, and missed opportunities, replaying them over and over and over as though they somehow define who we are today. But our past, no matter how difficult or challenging, is not the full measure of our identity. It is merely a collection of experiences, lessons, and moments that have contributed to our growth. It is not a cage that confines us or a stamp that permanently marks us. Each of those experiences, whether positive or negative, was simply a stepping stone, a part of the journey, not the entirety of it. Many people struggle with the weight of past decisions, convinced that their worth or potential is forever limited by the things they wish they had done differently. This kind of thinking often leads to self-doubt, to questioning one's abilities, and to believing that certain dreams or achievements are out of reach. But these doubts are illusions, nothing more than shadows from events that no longer exist. The reality is that no matter what has happened before, you have the power in this very moment to redefine who you are and what you are capable of. The past does not have the authority to limit the potential within you unless you give it that power. You have the freedom to view those moments not as barriers but as building blocks, the foundations on which you can construct a life of purpose and achievement. One of the most profound realizations we can come to is that our past mistakes do not diminish our worth. Every mistake carries within it a lesson, a piece of wisdom that can guide us forward if we are willing to see it. Imagine for a moment that each misstep you've taken was a teacher, guiding you toward a deeper understanding of yourself and the world around you. Mistakes are often the best teachers because they force us to confront our weaknesses, our assumptions, and our limitations. They push us to ask questions, to dig deeper, and to seek out the truth of who we are. When we embrace these experiences as learning opportunities, they lose their sting. They transform from painful memories into valuable insights, illuminating our path forward and helping us to make better choices in the future. It is also essential to remember that everyone, without exception, has a past filled with mistakes, regrets, and lessons. No one is exempt from the experience of stumbling and falling. The difference between those who allow their past to control them and those who rise above it is a matter of perspective. Those who transcend their past understand that they are constantly evolving, that each day offers a new opportunity to grow, to learn, and to become a better version of themselves. They recognize that their identity is not static, it is dynamic, constantly shaped and reshaped by the choices they make in the present. By choosing to focus on the present and the future rather than being trapped in the past, they liberate themselves from the weight of old regrets and open themselves to the infinite possibilities that life has to offer. Moreover, when we stop defining ourselves by our past mistakes, we allow room for forgiveness both of ourselves and others. Forgiveness is a powerful act that liberates us from the emotional chains that bind us to the past. When we forgive ourselves for our shortcomings, we make peace with those moments and no longer let them control our sense of worth or our ability to move forward. Forgiveness allows us to release any resentment, regret, or self-blame that may be clouding our vision of who we are today. It is an act of self-compassion that acknowledges our humanity, our fallibility, and our capacity for growth. In forgiving ourselves, we open up space for healing, for renewal, and for the possibility of transformation. Another important aspect of releasing the past is understanding that our past circumstances, no matter how difficult, do not determine our future. Many people carry with them a narrative based on past experiences, telling themselves that because they faced hardships or failures, they are somehow destined to continue in that pattern. This mindset, however, is a limitation, one that keeps us confined to old beliefs and patterns of behavior. When we recognize that our past is simply a part of the story, not the whole story, we free ourselves from the need to repeat it. We can begin to write a new chapter, one that reflects the growth and insight we have gained along the way. Every moment offers us the chance to change, to take a new direction, and to move toward a future that is not dictated by what has come before. There is also an incredible power in reframing our perception of the past. Rather than viewing our past as a collection of failures or missteps, we can choose to see it as a testament to our resilience. Every experience, every setback has brought us to where we are today with all the wisdom, strength, and courage that we possess. When we view our past through this lens, we realize that it has actually empowered us, that it has prepared us for the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. This perspective shift allows us to see the beauty in our journey, to recognize that even the difficult moments have served a purpose, and to appreciate the ways in which we have grown stronger because of them. The past, in truth, is nothing more than a memory. It is not a fixed reality, but a series of moments that exist only in our minds. We have the choice to let go of these memories, to release their hold on us, and to step into the present with a sense of freedom and possibility. When we choose to do so, we reclaim our power, our sense of agency, and our ability to shape our own lives. We become the authors of our own story, rather than characters trapped in a narrative that no longer serves us. Our perspective has the power to shape every aspect of our lives. It influences how we see ourselves, how we interpret the world around us, and how we respond to challenges and opportunities. Most people underestimate just how transformative a shift in perspective can be. They see their lives through a fixed lens, defined by past experiences, limiting beliefs, and societal expectations. Yet, the moment they decide to change that lens, to see themselves and their lives from a different angle, everything begins to transform. This shift does not happen overnight. It requires conscious effort and the willingness to step outside of familiar thought patterns. But once we begin to view ourselves and our lives in a new light, we unlock a world of potential that was previously hidden. Our perspectives are often shaped by experiences, many of which we had little control over. From a young age, we absorb the views and beliefs of those around us, our families, teachers, and society at large. These beliefs form a foundation upon which we build our understanding of ourselves in the world. If these beliefs are empowering, they can propel us toward growth and fulfillment. But often these inherited perspectives are limiting, instilling within us doubts about our worth, our capabilities, and our potential. The good news is that we are not bound by these perspectives. We have the power to question, to challenge, and to reshape them. When we decide to examine our perspectives critically, we can discard those that no longer serve us and adopt new ones that align with who we aspire to become. A change in perspective allows us to view challenges not as obstacles, but as opportunities for growth. When we see setbacks through a limiting lens, they appear as confirmations of our inadequacies, or as signs that we are not meant to succeed. But when we shift our perspective, these same challenges become opportunities to test our resilience, refine our skills, and strengthen our character. This transformation in how we view obstacles empowers us to move forward with courage and confidence. Rather than being discouraged by difficulties, we learn to embrace them as stepping stones on our journey. Each challenge becomes a lesson, a chance to grow, and an opportunity to deepen our understanding of ourselves. This shift not only changes how we experience challenges, but also builds within us a stronger sense of purpose and determination. Perspective also plays a significant role in how we view success and failure. Many people are conditioned to see success as the only worthy outcome, and failure as something to be avoided at all costs. This binary perspective often leads to fear, self-doubt, and an unwillingness to take risks. But when we shift our perspective, we begin to see that failure is not the opposite of success. It is a vital part of the journey toward it. Failure provides insights and valuable lessons that success alone cannot offer. When we embrace failure as a natural and necessary part of growth, we free ourselves from the fear that often holds us back. This new perspective liberates us to pursue our dreams with boldness, knowing that setbacks are simply steps along the way to achieving our goals. Another transformative aspect of perspective is how it shapes our relationships with others. Our interactions are often influenced by assumptions, judgments, and expectations, many of which are based on past experiences. When we view others through a lens clouded by our biases, misunderstandings and conflicts arise. However, when we make a conscious effort to shift our perspective, to see people as they truly are rather than as we assume them to be, our relationships begin to transform. We become more compassionate, more understanding, and more willing to listen. This change in perspective fosters deeper connections, reduces conflict, and creates a more supportive environment for everyone involved. By seeing others through a lens of empathy and understanding, we create space for positive, meaningful interactions. One of the most profound ways perspective can change our lives is by altering our view of ourselves. Many people live their lives feeling limited by past mistakes, insecurities, and fears. They view themselves through a lens of self-doubt, which limits their ability to recognize their worth and potential. But the moment they choose to shift their perspective, to see themselves as capable, resilient, and deserving of success, they open the door to self-empowerment. This change does not erase past experiences, but it reframes them in a way that empowers rather than limits. By seeing themselves in a new light, they gain the confidence to pursue their goals, to take risks, and to believe in their ability to create a fulfilling life. Perspective also influences how we view time and the opportunities it presents. When we are stuck in a limiting mindset, we may see time as something that restricts us, as if we're racing against a clock to achieve our goals before it's too late. But a shift in perspective can change how we approach time altogether. Instead of viewing it as a constraint, we begin to see time as a resource that we can use to grow, to learn, and to make meaningful progress. Each day becomes an opportunity, not a countdown. This perspective shift fosters patience, allowing us to work steadily toward our dreams without feeling pressured or overwhelmed by arbitrary deadlines. Moreover, our perspective shapes our sense of gratitude. When we view life through a lens of scarcity, we focus on what we lack, which often leads to feelings of dissatisfaction and frustration. However, by shifting our perspective to one of abundance, we begin to recognize the many blessings we already have. This shift does not mean that we become complacent or stop striving for more. Rather, it fosters a sense of appreciation for the journey itself. Gratitude becomes a source of strength, motivating us to continue moving forward with a positive outlook. This perspective enables us to see the beauty in everyday moments, to appreciate the small victories, and to find joy in the present. Finally, changing our perspective gives us the power to rewrite our personal narrative. Many people carry with them a story of who they believe they are, often based on past experiences, perceived failures, or limiting beliefs. This narrative becomes a lens through which they view themselves and their lives. But by choosing to adopt a new perspective, they have the opportunity to rewrite this story in a way that aligns with their true potential. They can create a narrative that is empowering, one that reflects their strengths, resilience, and aspirations. This shift in perspective does not deny past experiences, but reinterprets them in a way that highlights growth and possibility. By taking control of their narrative, they step into a new chapter of their lives with a sense of purpose, freedom, and excitement for the future. Belief in oneself is the cornerstone of all progress, the foundation upon which dreams are built and achievements are realized. It is a deeply rooted conviction that despite any challenges or setbacks, one has the ability to overcome, to grow, and to succeed. Yet self-belief does not come easily for everyone. Many people go through life harboring doubts, questioning their worth, and limiting themselves based on past experiences or the opinions of others. However, believing in oneself is not about ignoring limitations or pretending that obstacles do not exist. It is about acknowledging these challenges while maintaining the confidence that they can be navigated and overcome. It is an inner strength that says, no matter what happens, I am capable and I am enough. Self-belief is often shaken by a world that tends to be quick to point out faults and limitations. From a young age, many people receive messages from others, family, friends, teachers that subtly or overtly suggest they are not capable, that they are limited in some way. Over time, these messages can embed themselves in the mind, shaping self-perception and diminishing one's confidence. But self-belief is something that can be rebuilt even after years of doubt. It begins with recognizing that the beliefs others may hold about us do not define our true potential. Only we have the power to determine what we are capable of achieving. And this realization is the first step toward reclaiming confidence and self-assurance. One powerful way to cultivate belief in oneself is by setting and achieving small, incremental goals. Each accomplishment, no matter how small, serves as evidence that we are indeed capable. These small victories build upon one another, gradually reinforcing a sense of competence and self-worth. Over time, this habit of setting and achieving goals creates a foundation of success that becomes difficult to deny even in the face of doubt. It is through consistent, intentional action that we prove to ourselves that we are capable, and this proof strengthens our belief in our abilities. The journey of self-belief, therefore, is not about taking one giant leap, but about taking small, steady steps toward a larger vision, each one reinforcing our confidence and expanding our sense of what is possible. Another essential aspect of believing in oneself is learning to manage self-doubt. Doubt is a natural part of the human experience, especially when we are stepping out of our comfort zones or pursuing something we have never done before. However, self-doubt does not have to be a barrier to progress. Instead of letting it paralyze us, we can view it as a signal that we are moving into new territory, that we are growing and stretching ourselves. Self-belief does not mean that we never feel doubt. It means that we learn to act in spite of it. By acknowledging our doubts without letting them dictate our actions, we build resilience and prove to ourselves that we are capable of pushing through uncertainty. Each time we face doubt and choose to move forward anyway, we strengthen our belief in ourselves. Self-belief is also reinforced by surrounding ourselves with positive influences. The people we spend time with have a profound impact on our self-perception. When we are surrounded by individuals who believe in us, who see our potential and encourage us to pursue our goals, we are more likely to develop a strong sense of self-belief. Positive relationships serve as a mirror, reflecting back to us the qualities we may not yet see in ourselves. Conversely, if we spend time around people who are critical, dismissive, or unsupportive, it becomes more challenging to maintain confidence in our abilities. Cultivating self-belief, therefore, often involves carefully choosing the company we keep, seeking out those who uplift and inspire us. An important element of self-belief is the ability to visualize success. Visualization is a powerful tool that allows us to imagine ourselves achieving our goals, to see ourselves as successful before it has actually happened. By creating a mental image of success, we begin to internalize the belief that it is possible. Visualization works because the mind does not always distinguish between reality and imagination. When we repeatedly envision ourselves succeeding, our minds start to accept it as truth. This mental rehearsal not only builds confidence, but also prepares us to face challenges with a positive, success-oriented mindset. The more vividly we can imagine our success, the more we reinforce our belief in our ability to make it a reality. Belief in oneself is also about embracing one's uniqueness. Each person has a distinct set of skills, strengths, and qualities that make them capable in their own way. Often people doubt themselves because they compare their journey to others, feeling inadequate when they do not measure up to someone else's path or achievements. But self-belief requires us to recognize that we are on our own unique journey, that our abilities and potential are distinct from anyone else's. By focusing on our unique strengths, we cultivate a sense of self-worth that is rooted in authenticity rather than comparison. This genuine confidence allows us to pursue our goals wholeheartedly, knowing that our path is valuable in its own right. An integral part of believing in oneself is also learning from failures without internalizing them as reflections of our worth. Failure is an inevitable part of growth, a stepping stone that offers valuable lessons along the way. When we experience setbacks, it is easy to interpret them as signs of inadequacy, as though they confirm our doubts. However, a strong belief in oneself recognizes failure as a temporary experience, not a defining characteristic. Each failure is an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to refine our approach. By viewing failure as a part of the journey rather than as a personal flaw, we maintain our confidence and continue moving forward. This perspective shift allows us to remain resilient, to bounce back, and to keep our focus on the bigger picture. Finally, self-belief is sustained by the practice of self-compassion. It is easy to be hard on ourselves, especially when we fall short of our own expectations. But believing in oneself means recognizing our own humanity, accepting that we will make mistakes, and extending ourselves the same compassion we would offer a friend. Self-compassion is not about excusing poor behavior. It is about understanding that growth is a process and that perfection is not the goal. By treating ourselves with kindness and patience, we create an internal environment that fosters growth and confidence. This foundation of self-compassion allows us to persevere in the face of challenges, to keep striving, and to believe in our worth, even when we stumble. Believing in oneself is a continual practice, a commitment to nurturing a mindset of confidence, resilience, and optimism. It is not a static achievement. It is a dynamic process that requires daily attention and care. Each day offers an opportunity to reaffirm our self-belief, to recognize our progress, and to remind ourselves of our worth. Through this commitment to self-belief, we equip ourselves with the inner strength needed to pursue our dreams and to live a life of purpose and fulfillment. Purpose is the invisible force that drives human ambition, the compass that guides each step and gives direction to our choices. Living with purpose brings a profound sense of meaning and fulfillment, a feeling that one's actions are aligned with a greater vision or cause. When people discover their purpose, they unlock a source of energy and motivation that goes beyond the everyday. Purpose fuels resilience, helping us push through challenges and overcome obstacles with a sense of determination. It gives us a reason to keep going, even when circumstances are difficult or when the road ahead seems uncertain. Purpose is not just a goal or an aspiration. It is a deep understanding of why we do what we do, and it shapes our lives in ways that allow us to grow and thrive. Many people spend years searching for purpose, often mistaking it for success or external achievements. They believe that if they reach a certain milestone, earn a certain income, or gain a certain level of recognition, they will feel fulfilled. But purpose is not about external validation. It is an internal conviction, a calling that resonates deeply within. While achievements and recognition may provide temporary satisfaction, they do not fulfill the human need for meaning and significance. True purpose goes beyond personal gain and reaches into the heart of who we are and what we contribute to the world. It is about aligning our lives with something that matters to us, something that gives us a sense of belonging and a reason to get up each morning with enthusiasm and commitment. Finding purpose is often a process of self-discovery, a journey that requires introspection and reflection. Many people go through life without fully understanding what they are passionate about, what they stand for, or what they want to achieve. They may have a vague sense of wanting something more, but they do not know what that more looks like. To discover one's purpose, it is essential to look inward, to ask questions about values, passions, and strengths. It involves exploring what brings joy, what ignites a sense of excitement, and what feels deeply rewarding. This process takes time and patience, but each insight brings us closer to understanding our purpose and aligning our lives with it. Purpose also often reveals itself through our interactions with others and the impact we make. For many, purpose is found in service, in contributing to something greater than oneself. When we see how our actions can uplift, support, and inspire others, we begin to understand that our lives have significance beyond our individual experiences. Purpose becomes clearer when we realize that we are part of a larger community and that our contributions, no matter how small, create ripples that extend far beyond our immediate surroundings. Knowing that our lives have a positive impact on others reinforces the feeling of purpose and strengthens our resolve to continue on this path. This understanding cultivates a sense of responsibility and inspires us to live in a way that is true to our values and beneficial to those around us. Living with purpose also helps us navigate the inevitable ups and downs of life. Challenges, setbacks, and disappointments are part of every journey, but purpose provides the strength to persevere. When we are connected to a purpose, we see setbacks not as failures, but as opportunities to learn, to grow, and to refine our path. Purpose turns obstacles into stepping stones, moments that test our commitment and resilience. This mindset allows us to remain steadfast in the face of adversity, to maintain a positive outlook, and to keep moving forward. Purpose becomes a source of hope and encouragement, reminding us of the bigger picture and helping us focus on what truly matters, even when the immediate future feels uncertain. Purpose also brings clarity to our decisions, guiding us toward choices that are aligned with our values and aspirations. When we have a clear sense of purpose, we are less likely to be swayed by distractions or by the expectations of others. We make choices that resonate with our inner convictions, that bring us closer to our goals, and that contribute to the fulfillment of our purpose. This clarity simplifies life, removing the need to constantly question or second-guess our decisions. Each choice becomes a step on the path to a more meaningful life, a life that reflects who we truly are and what we stand for. Purpose allows us to live with integrity, to remain true to ourselves, and to build a life that feels authentic and rewarding. A powerful aspect of living with purpose is the sense of fulfillment it brings. When we are engaged in activities that resonate with our purpose, we experience a deep sense of satisfaction and joy. Work no longer feels like a chore, it becomes an expression of who we are and what we are passionate about. Time spent pursuing our purpose feels meaningful, as if every action is contributing to something greater than ourselves. This fulfillment transcends momentary happiness or pleasure. It is a lasting sense of contentment that arises from knowing that we are living in alignment with our true calling. This sense of fulfillment becomes a wellspring of motivation, inspiring us to continue growing, learning, and striving to make a difference. Purpose also fosters a sense of connection with others who share similar values and aspirations. When we live with purpose, we attract like-minded people who resonate with our vision and who support our goals. These relationships are deeply rewarding because they are built on shared values and mutual respect. Purpose-driven connections are not based on superficial interests or convenience. They are grounded in a common mission and a shared commitment to making a positive impact. These connections provide support, encouragement, and inspiration, creating a community that uplifts and empowers everyone involved. Purpose becomes a bridge that connects us with others, forming bonds that enrich our lives and reinforce our commitment to our path. Living with purpose requires courage, as it often involves stepping outside of our comfort zones and pursuing paths that may not always be easy or conventional. Purpose-driven individuals are willing to take risks, to face challenges, and to embrace change in order to fulfill their calling. This courage is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to move forward despite it. Purpose gives us the courage to pursue our dreams, to follow our passions, and to stand up for what we believe in. It empowers us to break free from limitations, to challenge ourselves, and to grow beyond what we thought possible. This courage is fueled by the conviction that our lives have meaning, that we have something valuable to contribute, and that we are capable of making a difference. Ultimately, purpose transforms the way we experience life. It infuses each day with a sense of significance, turning even mundane tasks into meaningful actions. Purpose allows us to live fully, to appreciate each moment, and to find joy in the journey rather than focusing solely on the destination. It encourages us to live with intention, to be mindful of how we spend our time, and to prioritize what truly matters. This intentional way of living brings a sense of peace and fulfillment that cannot be found in external achievements or material possessions. Living with purpose is a continual process of aligning our actions with our values, of growing and evolving in ways that are true to ourselves, and of contributing to the world in a way that leaves a lasting legacy. Resilience is the ability to withstand adversity, to recover from setbacks, and to keep moving forward, no matter how difficult the journey may be. It is a powerful trait, one that separates those who give up from those who persist and ultimately succeed. Resilience is not about avoiding challenges or pain. It is about facing them head-on, finding strength within, and choosing to rise above them. It is the strength to remain steadfast in the pursuit of one's goals, even when the path is fraught with obstacles, and to view each setback as an opportunity to learn and grow. Resilience is a skill that can be cultivated and developed, and it is essential for anyone who wants to live a life of purpose and fulfillment. The path to resilience often begins with accepting the reality of struggle. Life is not always easy or fair, and there will be times when things don't go as planned. This acceptance does not mean resignation or passivity. Rather, it is about acknowledging that difficulties are part of the journey. When we accept that challenges will arise, we are better prepared to face them with a positive and determined mindset. We stop viewing problems as personal failures and start seeing them as a natural part of life. This shift in perspective enables us to approach difficulties with a sense of curiosity and openness, wondering what lessons we might learn and how we can grow stronger through the experience. Resilience also involves cultivating a mindset that focuses on solutions rather than dwelling on problems. When faced with a setback, it is easy to become consumed by negative thoughts, to feel overwhelmed, or to believe that there is no way forward. However, resilient individuals train themselves to look for possibilities and to ask themselves, what can I do to improve this situation by focusing on actionable steps? They avoid the trap of feeling powerless and take control of their responses. This proactive approach not only helps them overcome obstacles, but also builds confidence in their ability to handle whatever challenges may come their way. Each time they choose to look for solutions, they strengthen their resilience and reinforce their belief in their own resourcefulness. Another key aspect of resilience is learning to manage emotions, particularly during times of stress or disappointment. When things go wrong, it is natural to feel a range of emotions, from frustration and anger to sadness and self-doubt. Resilience does not mean suppressing these emotions or pretending that they don't exist. It means acknowledging them without allowing them to dictate one's actions. By taking a step back and giving themselves the space to process their feelings, resilient individuals are able to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. This emotional regulation allows them to maintain clarity and focus, even in difficult circumstances, and helps them to approach challenges with a calm and composed mindset. Resilience is also closely linked to the ability to adapt to change. Life is full of unexpected twists and turns, and rigidly clinging to a specific plan or outcome can lead to frustration and disappointment. Resilient individuals are flexible in their thinking and willing to adjust their plans when circumstances change. They understand that adapting does not mean giving up on their goals. It means finding new ways to achieve them. This adaptability enables them to remain committed to their vision while being open to alternative paths. By embracing change rather than resisting it, they develop a sense of freedom and resilience that allows them to navigate life's uncertainties with confidence and grace. Another powerful element of resilience is the ability to learn from failures. Failure is an inevitable part of any journey, especially when pursuing ambitious goals. However, resilient individuals view failure not as a reflection of their worth, but as a valuable teacher. They analyze what went wrong, identify what they can do differently, and use the experience as fuel to keep moving forward. This growth-oriented perspective turns setbacks into stepping stones, transforming each failure into an opportunity for improvement. By learning from their mistakes, resilient individuals become wiser, stronger, and better equipped to handle future challenges. This willingness to learn from failure is a defining characteristic of resilience, as it empowers individuals to see setbacks as part of the process rather than as reasons to give up. Resilience is also nurtured by a strong sense of self-worth. When individuals believe in their inherent value, they are less likely to be discouraged by setbacks or to base their self-worth on external achievements. They understand that their worth is not defined by a single failure or success, but by their overall commitment to growth and progress. This internal validation provides a solid foundation that remains stable, even when external circumstances are uncertain. With a strong sense of self-worth, resilient individuals are able to approach challenges with confidence, knowing that their value does not waver based on temporary outcomes. This unwavering sense of self fuels their resilience, enabling them to keep moving forward even in the face of adversity. An often overlooked aspect of resilience is the role of support networks. While resilience is often viewed as an individual trait, it is also strengthened by connections with others. Friends, family, mentors, and communities can provide encouragement, guidance, and perspective during challenging times. Resilient individuals recognize the value of these relationships and are not afraid to seek support when needed. They understand that asking for help is not a sign of weakness, but a strategy for staying strong. These connections provide a sense of belonging and remind them that they are not alone in their struggles. By building and nurturing supportive relationships, they create a network of resilience that strengthens their ability to overcome obstacles. Resilience also involves maintaining a long-term perspective. When faced with challenges, it is easy to become focused on the immediate problem and to lose sight of the bigger picture. Resilient individuals remind themselves that setbacks are temporary and that each challenge is part of a larger journey. This perspective helps them stay grounded and keeps them from becoming discouraged by short-term difficulties. By focusing on their long-term goals and the progress they have made, they are able to maintain a sense of optimism and determination. This broader view gives them the strength to persevere, knowing that each challenge is a stepping stone on the path to greater success. One of the most powerful ways to cultivate resilience is through daily habits and routines that promote physical, mental, and emotional well-being. Resilient individuals understand that self-care is essential for maintaining the strength needed to face challenges. They prioritize practices such as exercise, meditation, and adequate rest, recognizing that these habits build a foundation of resilience. When they take care of themselves, they are better equipped to handle stress, maintain focus, and stay positive. By committing to routines that support their well-being, they create a reservoir of strength that they can draw upon in difficult times. This self-discipline reinforces their resilience, allowing them to approach challenges with energy and confidence. Resilience is also about maintaining hope even in the face of adversity. Hope is a powerful motivator that keeps people going even when the odds seem stacked against them. Resilient individuals cultivate hope by focusing on the possibilities rather than the limitations. They choose to believe that there is a way forward even when the path is unclear. This sense of hope provides a beacon of light during dark times, a reminder that there is always a reason to keep moving forward. By holding on to hope, resilient individuals are able to maintain their motivation and stay focused on their goals, no matter how challenging the journey may be. Resilience ultimately is a choice. It is the decision to keep going, to keep striving, and to keep believing in oneself, regardless of the circumstances. It is the willingness to face each challenge with courage, determination, and a positive mindset. Resilient individuals understand that life will not always be easy, but they choose to approach each day with the belief that they have the strength to overcome whatever comes their way. They see challenges as opportunities for growth, setbacks as temporary, and each obstacle as a step toward their goals. Through this mindset, they create a life of purpose, fulfillment, and unwavering strength. Resilience is not something that is given, it is something that is built through consistent effort, self-belief, and a commitment to persevere.